We've seen a lot these past number of years. We've seen people shouted down on university campuses. We've seen people threaten to be kicked out of hospitals because they don't have one sort of treatment that they've been told that they're supposed to have. We've seen people knocked off of organ transplant lists because of that. We've seen the increasing hatred between people of differing political persuasions, and we've seen a lot of people openly advocating other people perishing because they're bad people. And that's been truly scary. We saw some of these disasters take place in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and they said that, oh, well, those people deserved it because they're against climate change restrictions and, they're against green policies. Therefore, they deserve that. Very eye-opening, folks. Is there going to come a day where you're going to go to your hospital and you're going to find that the doors are not open? Or it may be open, but they are fully booked. Or they may have beds, but they're going to tell you that you're not allowed to come in here. Or they're going to tell you that your family members aren't allowed to come in here until you submit certain paperwork. Or you pay in a certain digital currency that you may not have any of. Your social credit score may not be high enough. How are you going to get medical care for your family? Now is a time that you might want to be paying attention, because June 1st, one of our options for medical care that you can stock up on right now is going to become illegal. These are fish antibiotics, okay? Now, right here is a Z-Pack that from a product I'm going to show you in just a moment, Jace Medical, which I highly recommend, but these are Z-Packs, and this is Aqua Z-Thro. These are exactly the same thing. If I crack open this vial, you're going to see the same pink pills as there are in here. So, are they exactly the same, Steve? Yes. Legally, they must be exactly the same. If they have the same markings on the pill capsules, they need to be up to human consumption standards just like these, and they have to be fully regulated. And it's just cheaper for these production companies to just dump them in these little bottles, just use the same pills, and that's what they do. So, this is 30 capsules. This is 6 capsules. This is 1 round of Z-Pack. This is 5 rounds of Z-Pack. I think that Jace Medical should have more of these in their pack. So, generally speaking, Jace Medical is cheaper per capsule and by each of the antibiotics than it is to go out there and get fish antibiotics. But, and this is a big one, you can only get 1 Jace Medical pack prescribed to each person. So, I'm legally not allowed to get any more than this. And Jace Medical, I love their layout. I love what they offer and everything like that. But I look at the 1 Z-Pack and I said, 1 Z-Pack? Are you kidding me? I mean, really. There's a lot there, but then there's just 1 of these. Jace can't prescribe you a second one, okay? Once these expire, they can prescribe me another one, but they can't prescribe me another one of these until this expires, and I think I need more Z-Packs. So what do? Well, this is a little bit older, but I just ordered another one of these because June 1st is coming, and June 1st, these become illegal. You will need a veterinarian prescription in order to get these for your fish. This is Aqua Z-Thro. It's for my fish. But these are the exact same capsules as these. So I know that my fish are getting top quality Z-Packs, okay? So you need to make a tough decision soon. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like these are cheap. These are not cheap. You go to a hospital, these aren't cheap when you get them prescribed to you. When you go to the store, they're not cheap. The pharmacy, not cheap. Your fish deserve top quality care. whether they are boy fish or girl fish, or whether they're your significant other fish. Friends, this window is closing. I highly recommend Jace Medical. And there's a link down below for them. It ends up being $250 for this pack. This is cheaper than getting the corresponding fish biotics, okay? This is cheaper, but this is for you. This is prescribed to you. You get a doctor. I have a phone number here for my doctor. I have a name for my doctor right here on the pill bottle. I can call him up and ask him questions about, hey, which one of these should I use for X? I'm having these symptoms. Should I use this or that? Hey, I'm out of these. Which one should I use next if I'm trying to clear up this? And that is helpful. Now you get a little guidebook here, but as long as the phone lines are still working, you can call in and you can get advice and get talked to. Now, I'm not suggesting that you just have this little guidebook. This guidebook is helpful. It points you in the right direction, but you really need to have some big books on Where There Is No Doctor is a book that I can't recommend highly enough. We use that overseas when we didn't have any doctors where we were, in case we need to do some first aid or medical care or something like that in the field. When I was working in Central Asia, we didn't have any competent doctors anywhere near us. We were told we were not allowed to go to the local hospital because they'd probably kill us. Accidentally, of course. But taking things into your own hands, I'm going to highly recommend, and this is for your consideration, stocking up on Aqua Zithro. This is 30 capsules. This is 6 capsules. 1 round of Z-Pack, 5 rounds of Z-Pack. I picked these up at Walmart, and I just picked up ones today from Walmart Pet RX. If you get like the auto subscribe feature or whatever, so I set it up so my next delivery is in like 6 months, they knock $20 off your first order. So these came down to $51.50 for 5 rounds of Z-Pack. So that's $10 a course of Z-Pack. That's cheaper than you can get anywhere else. That's just ridiculously cheap. That's good. These things are kind of expensive. But $51.50, free shipping. I'll have the link down below to Amazon, to Walmart. I don't make any, that's not an affiliate link or anything like that. Just highly recommended. These, you can't get these anymore after June 1st. Now, all of the fish antibiotics out there, if they go past their dates, they become less effective, less potent, but they won't become toxic. The one exception is tetracycline. Tetracycline will become toxic after its expiration date. All these other ones will make it trickier because you're going to have to figure out how much extra to dose in order to get the effect that you need out of them. So there's charts and stuff like that you can download to kind of show where the effectiveness of these will probably be after so and so many years and everything like that. But this is your last option without a prescription from a veterinarian doctor for your fish. Make sure your fish have the very best. Make sure you get a brand that has been verified basically to have the correct pills out there. So you just go online and just look at what other people have gotten. You can kind of see here some of the brands that I got going here. Aqua Zithro, Aqua Zole with those pictures. This is a good brand as well. I've done my research. You need to do yours. But if it looks like those, you're probably heading in the right direction, but just double check to make sure that you're in good shape that way. While you're stocking up on things, you might want to get some vitamin supplements, potassium iodide if you haven't gotten those already. Don't get this brand because this brand I got when there was very little of these out there. People were kind of freaking out. There's more options now. There's one on Amazon called Waylo, And these are 30 milligram, and you really need 130 milligrams, which is equivalent to the IOSAT ones. But basically, the Waylo ones for 130 milligrams ends up being like 10 cents a person per day. You only need about 30 days per person, okay? They're not a miracle drug. It's not like you just take more of them and you'll be more safe. It's just you need enough to keep your thyroid from absorbing any radioactive iodine. So if there is a nuclear meltdown in your area, nuclear strike, you're going to want some potassium iodide. They're going to try to go out and pass them out. But hey, they may not get to you in time. They might run out. You might want to have some for yourself. Again, I don't recommend this brand. I got these a while back. These are 30 milligrams each. So that's going to be a little bit of math I'm going to have to do in order to get mine. But they have the 130 milligram tablets from Waylo, and they're actually quite cheap. So definitely an insurance policy you probably want to look into. I can't recommend these guys highly enough. Super simple process, and this is super legit too, because it is prescriptions and it is prescribed to you. You can get one of these for each member of your family, and you're in good shape that way. Like I said, you do probably want to stock up on some Aqua Z-Throw, though, before it becomes illegal, because these Z-Packs are super, super useful. They're useful for just broad spectrum infections and all this kind of stuff like that. That's why they use them so frequently out there after surgeries, and they use them for just preventative stuff. They use them for, this is just very highly used stuff. So all the links are down below for those things, but just be aware, May is your last option before you're going to have to go find a veterinarian to go prescribe you something, okay? Or prescribe your fish something, sorry. So if you don't have a pet, you might want to get out there and get this taken care of. All right, folks, if you have any questions, I will try to answer them, but please do your own research out there. Figure out things that makes you feel comfortable out there. I'm just trying to point you in the right direction, and I really want to warn you that once we hit June 1st, you are not going to have one of these main options that we've grown very accustomed to here in the United States. All right, folks, if you found this video to be useful or helpful, you might want to check out this other video from me right over here. I'll see you over there. I'm actually going to just put up the link directly to Jace Medical right here, so you can just click right through there. And if you want to get the Aqua Z-Throw, you can find that link down in the description down below, or the potassium iodide down below. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.